Does inflation somehow rise when you retire? It certainly feels that way. Prices jump, Medicare premiums creep, and the 60/40 no longer looks bulletproof. I'm Hunter Brockway with Boca Retirement Strategies. Today I'll show you exactly how your portfolio can still work in retirement and what to adjust so inflation doesn't eat your plan. If you're 50 to 65, this is for you. We'll measure your inflation, tune your holdings, protect your income, and fix the sneaky tax and insurance gotchas inflation triggers. The CPI you see on the TV is the average. Retirees experience a personal inflation rate based on their categories: housing, healthcare, travel, gifts, dining. Step number 1 is simple. Calculate your personal inflation so you're not over or under reacting. Once we know your number, we set spending guardrails and withdrawal sourcing around your reality, not the news. How inflation hits a 60/40 in plain English. A classic 60/40 has two jobs: 60% stocks for long-term growth that outpaces inflation and 40% bonds for stability and income. The last few years hurt because we had high inflation plus rising rates at the same time. That's bad for bonds. But the fix isn't to abandon diversification, it's to retune the 40 and structure the cash flow. We keep growth for the long run, and we make income side more resilient to price spikes. The inflation conversations every retiree should have now. Number 1, your personal inflation rate. Compare last month's spending to the same month a year ago by category. That's your inflation. Adjust the plan to that number, not the headline. Number 2, cash management. Hold 2 to 3 years of planned withdrawals in cash and income-producing stable holdings. It cushions spikes and keeps you from selling at a bad time. Number 3, stocks for long-term purchasing power. Over long periods, equities beat inflation. Keep a meaningful equity bucket for purchasing power. Tilt toward quality, profitability, and dividend growth if that fits your risk profile. Number 4, when and how to use TIPS, or Treasury Inflation Protected Security. TIPS were a hot topic recently. These can be used to hedge unexpected future inflation. Your options are to directly buy a TIPS ladder for specific years of income and hold the maturity. You can also purchase TIPS funds for broad exposure or directly from the government website. TIPS have their downside with purchasing limitation, interest adjustment, and interest rate risk. They are a tool, but not an inflationary silver bullet. Pair TIPS with short duration core bonds to control interest rate sensitivity. Number 5, avoid bracket creep and IRMA surprises. Inflation bumps income, change CPI adjustments lag. States may not index brackets timely. Map Roth conversions, charitable bunching, QCDs, account sourcing to stay under the tax and Medicare IRMA cliffs. Number 6, check home insurance replacement values. Rebuild costs have jumped. Confirm your dwelling limit and the 80% rule so a claim isn't underpaid. Number 7, sanity check long-term inflation assumptions. Planning at 2 to 3% long run is still reasonable for many plans, but if your personal inflation rate runs higher, adjust spending assumptions and guardrails, not your whole strategy. Building the inflation-tuned retirement income plan and how it applies and relates to our bucket approach to portfolio construction. So in bucket number 1, you're gonna have cash and cash-like holdings. This is gonna be 2 to 3 years of portfolio income needs built with T-bills, high-yield savings, money market funds, short-duration bonds, for known withdrawals, and you can refill this bucket as needed. Bucket number 2 is called the income bucket. This holds years 3 through 5 of your portfolio income needs. Within this bucket is medium and long bonds, large, boring, stable dividend-paying equities, real estate investment trusts, and the like. The goal is stability first, not chasing yield through risky grade investments. Bucket number 3 is your growth, aka purchasing power, which is 5 years and beyond of portfolio income needs. This is going to be housed with global low-cost equity core investments. Consider quality, value, dividend growth tilts. This is your inflation engine and the only real way to maintain purchasing power in retirement. This bucket approach allows for portfolio distributions even in down markets when accounting for inflation and maintaining purchasing power across a 30-plus year retirement. How to pull from these buckets: income guardrails for distributions. If markets drop, trim withdrawals 5 to 10% temporarily, and when they rebound, raise them back. That defeats the worst of sequence risk without lifestyle whiplash. What not to do: don't dump stocks because of a scary headline. Don't chase the highest yield bond or the hottest inflation hedge, and don't ignore IRMA and tax creep. That's how inflation sneaks in the side door. Inflation doesn't magically rise because you retire, it just shows up differently. Measure your inflation, tune your bond sleeve, fund a real cash runway, use guardrails, coordinate taxes and Medicare. That's how a diversified portfolio still wins for retirees. If you want a guide to help produce retirement income without running out of money, you can download our free Tax Smart Retirement Workbook in the link below. I'm Hunter Brockway with Boca Retirement Strategies. Enjoy your successful retirement with more money, less taxes, and less stress.
Before you go, if you're looking for a free tax-smart retirement plan tailored to your unique specific situation, you can head over to our website at bocaretirement.com, enter your information in the pop-up, and we'll build you a plan tailored to your unique specific situations at no cost or obligation. If for some reason that pop-up doesn't show for you, if you click out of it, no worries, just send us an email at contact@bocaretirement.com. Again, that's no cost, no obligation. We'll put together a simplified plan for you to help you take the next steps towards a successful, stress-free retirement with more money and fewer taxes. See you over there. Bye.